Hello everyone, in today's video I will quickly review with you the smart camera called Ezviz Model TY1. This camera is very smart and distinctive, and I will show you all the specifications of the camera, and also how to operate it on the mobile and on your computer. TY1 is considered a smart home camera, and it is a camera for indoor use, and you can rely on it to a great extent, because it works with coverage throughout the day and throughout the night. This camera has full HD technology with 1080p, which means that you will get a high quality image and video with the panoramic view feature, and provides a 360-degree horizontal field of view with smart tracking, which provides wide coverage of the field of view, so you do not miss anything. An application is available on Android and Apple phones, and I will share it with you in detail. Also in the video I will explain to you how to use the desktop application, so that you can follow the camera from a computer running by Windows, for users who prefer to use desktop applications. I will quickly review with you the specifications and features of the TY1 camera. First, motorized pan and tilt for 360 degrees visual coverage, giving you a wider image area. Thus, it supports tilt and rotation to monitor all angles easily, without the need to install multiple cameras. Also, the motion detection feature, through the motion sensor, and the TY1 uses the motion sensor, with passive infrared technology, to detect the movement of people, and it can send alerts directly to your smartphone. And one of the most important features of the TY1 is the smart tracking feature, and this feature works intelligently. When the camera detects a moving object, it is smart enough to automatically track the movement, and alert you with a real-time image. And also the sleep mode for privacy protection feature, and this feature enables you to enable sleep mode, to temporarily stop displaying and recording in real time whenever you need privacy, and you can do this with one click from the application on your mobile phone. And the camera works with Wi-Fi networks at a speed of 2.4 GHz, which allows you to have stable speed while transferring images and videos live. And night vision with smart IR. With these features, the intensity of the infrared LEDs automatically adjusts to prevent overexposure in night vision mode, so you get more details captured within 10 meter and 33 foot at night. And two-way talk to your loved ones, and deter unwelcome strangers, all by using the TY1 two-way communication feature. Using the Ezviz app on your mobile device, you can easily and conveniently enjoy communication wherever you might be. You can also store on a micro SD card, and the camera is compatible with a storage space of up to 256 GB, and it is cloud storage, meaning that there are two storage options, so the camera can save in two locations at the same time to obtain an additional backup copy in the event of camera damage or network failure. And I will quickly open the box to get to know the contents together and see the shape of the camera in nature. The first thing in the box is the quick start guide, which is the booklet that explains some of the features and installation settings, and how to install the camera and connect it to the Wi-Fi network, and other instructions. The camera is somewhat small in size, and rotates in all directions, white in color, and the name Ezviz on the front in black. And on the back of the camera, there are two outputs. The first is an Ethernet output, and you can use it when you want to connect a network cable directly to the camera. The second output is a micro USB to connect the power cable to the camera. Also on the back of the camera there are speakers. When using the two-way talk feature, the sound will come out of these speakers. I will open the rest of the contents, which are an adapter to operate the camera, and some wall mounting tools, so that you can install it on the wall in a stable manner, and without any problems. Finally, it is the power adapter, and it outputs 5 volts, and a capacity of 1 ampere. It comes with a USB output for easy connection to the camera, and also a 2.7 meter cable, with a USB output, and the other end is a micro USB to connect it to the camera. Connect the cable to the camera and the power adapter very easily, and we will now learn how to connect it to the mobile and computer. But before moving on to this part, look at the bottom of the camera. You will find a QR code through which we will connect to the camera and add it to the mobile application and the desktop application. Keep in mind that the QR code at the bottom of the camera is very confidential, because anyone who has the QR code for the camera will be able to access it. But there is a way through the application that enables you to encrypt, and also the two-step verification feature, but it is preferable that no one can access this QR code. Before moving to the mobile to download the application, I have a 64GB memory card. I will put it in the place designated for it in the camera, raise the lens up, and it has a specific direction when placed in the house designated for it. Put it in this direction, and press it until it is installed in the place designated for it. Next to the memory card, there is a factory reset button. You may need it in some cases. After we got to know the capabilities and features available for the TY1 camera from Ezviz, I will now install it on the mobile, and how to operate it, and connect it to the mobile. I will also explain the application, and all its features and how to use it. Then, through your Android mobile phone, open Google Play, and in the search type Ezviz. From the search results, click on the Install button in front of the application name, and wait for a few seconds until the application is downloaded and installed. When you open the Ezviz application for the first time, you will be asked to choose the location. Select your location and click on the Save button. Then, click on Create a new account from the bottom. The application allows you to create an account by email or by phone number. Choose the method you prefer. To create the account, I prefer by phone number. Then enter the password you want. This password is for the application only. And don't forget to select I accept at the bottom and click on the Continue button. Follow the instructions and enter the verification code. Then enter the code sent to the phone number, and the application will verify the code, and the application will open after that. In this step you can link to an email. If you want to, link the account to the email, and follow the instructions. The steps are very simple, or click on Enter Home page to enter the application directly. Now, after creating the account, I will add the camera to the application. Click on the Add Device button. Select the device, which is the camera, and then scan the QR code located below the camera. As I told you before, no one is allowed to read this QR code. Then, select above device is powered on, and click on the Next button, then click on the Start button, and then select on indicator flashes blue, and click on the Next button. Open the location on your mobile phone. It will ask you to do so. Then enter the Wi-Fi password for your network, and click on the Next button. The camera will now reserve an IP address and connect to the Wi-Fi network, and after completing the connection process successfully, you can also change the name of your camera to the name you want, and at the bottom, select the camera will be placed in any folder or place from the available names. You can ignore that, and later you can create your own folder. Click on the Next button, and wait until the connection to the camera is complete. The application will now configure the camera. After completion, the camera will be added successfully. It will take a few seconds. After opening the camera, save the QR code, and click on the Next button. You will be asked to change the encryption password. This step is to secure and maintain privacy. The encryption password is located below the camera, next to the QR code. After adding the camera, click on it to open it. You will first be asked to format the SD card. In the camera, click on the Initialize button. Then click on the Format button, and wait until this is done. After finishing formatting the SD card, the camera will start recording directly on the card, and all the video will be saved on the card, and we will learn how to retrieve any video at any time you want later. Then go back to the main page of the application to learn about the most important features and settings of the application quickly, and I will not be able to explain the application in full, but I will explain to you the basic settings of the application. First, click on the main mark of the application, indicated by the arrow. First, you will be asked to activate the two-step verification feature, which is important to increase security. Click on the Cancel button, and it will activate it. from within the settings so that you can learn how to activate it from within the settings. Click on Settings. The first thing you have is My Profile. Click on it. And first, you can change the personal photo of your account in the application. You can also add an email and link it to your account on the application. You can also change the phone number with which you created the account. Through the settings, you can change the password for your account on. Then click on Login Settings. Your first option is two-step verification. Click on it and activate this feature to increase the level of security. You also have the option to log into the application using your fingerprint. Activate this feature if you want it. By returning to the settings, click on General Settings, where you can find the general settings for the application. And from the general settings, you can select or change the general language of the application. And the most important thing in the general settings is storage. Click on it to know the size of your storage, and here you can clear the data stored on the SD card. You can also click on Manage to manage the album and delete photos and videos, and it will also show you the amount of space that was used from the SD card. After knowing some of the features of the application, I will now show you some general settings for the camera. From the main application interface, click on Edit Devices. From here, you can change the way the devices are displayed, as you may have more than one camera, and at the bottom, you can create a sort to display the cameras, in case you have more than one camera on the application. And if you want to access the camera settings, click on the three dots next to the camera name, then, click on Device Settings. The first thing in the camera settings is to change the camera name. If you want to change the camera name, click on the camera, and the application will allow you to change the camera name. I will quickly explain to you the camera settings. Audio, you can enable or disable the audio, but keep in mind that when disabling the audio, no audio will be made from the live video, and also the recorded video. Also the AR light, which is an infrared lamp. When disabling this option, the image turns into black and white with clarity of the image in the dark. And the alarm notification option, you can enable or disable this option, and you can select different detection modes, and the device will issue alerts accordingly. When enabled, you will receive notifications 24/7 without setting a notification schedule. You also have the option of auto tracking, which automatically detects moving people and then tracks their movements throughout the covered area. Video surveillance systems often operate in locations and times with limited activity, such as schools and offices after working hours. Surveillance systems in these cases are usually free of human activity, but automatically record everything they capture. So you can enable or disable this feature as you see fit. You also have the 360-degree photo capture feature, which makes us feel like we are living the same moment and adds an additional layer of interaction, as it enables you to take multiple photos from different angles and merge them into one image, thus enabling you to take panoramic photos. The application allows you to specify the time zone as needed, and you have the option to set daylight saving time as needed, and you can also specify the date format. All these options will help you control the camera's preference, and then the Wi-Fi option, which will help you identify the Wi-Fi network to which the camera is connected, and you can press to connect another Wi-Fi network. It is also available to subscribe to cloud storage through the CloudPlay option, where you can subscribe to cloud storage, and thus you can view and replay the video from the cloud easily from their smartphones via the Ezvize application. Users will never have to worry about losing videos resulting from damage to the storage card or theft of the camera. You can know the status of the SD card through the storage status option, and this option enables you to know the status of cloud storage and the memory card. And you can know the device version through the device version option. You also have the option to encrypt images, and if this feature is enabled, the images captured by the camera will only be available after entering a password. That is, it will encrypt the captured images, so that they cannot be opened by anyone else. And the application also gives you the option to change the password for encrypted images, so you can change the password in case of forgetting. After that, you will find the flip image option. This option will help you flip the image position, because it is possible to install the camera on the wall or ceiling in different positions, so it allows you to flip the image to get the image correctly. And you have an option that allows you to make sleep mode for the camera, as the application allows you to set a schedule to make sleep. So if you enable this option, the device will stop monitoring and recording at the times you specified to make sleep for the camera. After that, advanced image settings, if you click on it, you can select different capture modes for the image. For example, you will find backlight mode, and when this option is enabled, you can keep more details about the parts of the image that are overexposed to light. Also the original option, which is the natural mode of the image. And the soft option allows you to lower the color saturation, and finally the vivid option, which gives brightness to the image, as this option increases the color saturation. After that, you will find the offline notification option. If this option is enabled, notifications will be pushed to the application as soon as the camera is disconnected. And of course you have a user guide, so you can read the camera's user guide and see more information and details. And through the About you can determine where to install the camera and get the product category, device model, serial number, QR code for the camera, and other information about the camera. After that, the option to restart the camera, and finally we have the option to delete the camera. And keep in mind that the camera cannot be added to any other account, as long as the camera, serial number and QR code for the camera are added to your account. And in order to add it to any other account, it must be deleted from your account, but you can share it to open it from another account. Now, we will learn how to use the camera and deal with the tools that give you full control over the camera. By returning to the main application page, click on the camera to open it. Below the camera image, you will find the storage location where you can view previous recordings through cloud storage or through the SD card, and you can navigate between them to view the recordings. Keep in mind that cloud recording is free for a specific number of days, after which you must subscribe, but storage on the memory card is certainly free, but keeping the recording of previous days depends on the memory card space. If you select cloud storage, you can browse the previous recorded video from below. You will find it at the bottom. And as the days pass, each day will be saved separately, so that you can easily browse the previous days. But if you want to browse the recordings from the memory card, click on the memory, and you will find the timeline for previous recordings at the bottom, and thus you can play back to any previous time by scrolling the timeline down and selecting the time and day you want. If you want to go back and return to the real image, click on the Live button at the bottom, and now, we will get to know some of the camera control tools. At the bottom, you will find some of the controls, and the first thing is Snapshot, and if you click on it, a picture will be taken from the live image and stored in the album. After that, the recording tool, and this management allows you to record live from the live image, and the recorded video is stored and kept in the album, and you can review it at any time you want to return to it. After that, the PTZ tool, which means pan tilt zoom, and through it you can move the camera in all directions, and you can move the camera in all directions. It can rotate and swivel 360 degrees vertically and horizontally at high speed, so it has a larger and variable field of view with the ability to rotate and swivel. After that, you have a tool called Talk, and this tool enables you to talk to the camera and it will listen to you in the camera's location. Then, the quality. This tool enables you to determine the video resolution from super quality, or high quality, or standard according to what you want. You also have quick access to sleep mode. By clicking on this tool you will be able to enable sleep mode for the camera. These tools are among the most important tools that users will need. And the last part of the video, I will explain to you how to use the Ezviz desktop application on the computer, as the application enables you to monitor the camera also through your computer. Now let's learn how to download the Ezviz desktop application. Open the Ezviz downloads page, and you will find the download link in the video description. Click on Ezviz PC Studio software, and wait for the download to finish. After the download is complete, open the Downloads folder, and double-click on the Ezviz PC Studio application. and follow the steps until the installation process for the application on the computer is complete. The steps to install the application on Windows are very simple, just follow the steps. Finally, click on the Finish button, and the application will open directly, and will create an icon for the application on the desktop. Once the application is opened, click on Login to log into the account that we created through the application. It is preferable to create an account on the application with an email and not a phone number, so that you can recover it in the event that the account is lost for any reason. After logging in, you will find the camera added from the mobile application. I will quickly explain to you how to use the application on the computer's desktop. At the top you will find the menu, from which you can change the language, and you can also find out the version of the desktop application you are currently working on. Click on the menu, and you will find the settings. These settings are for the way recordings and photos are saved, and you can change the path for saving recordings and photos. And if you want to view previous recordings, click on the clock mark below the camera, and then click on the calendar mark to select the day you want to view the recordings. Select the day, and the recording will be displayed directly, and you can select the time from the timeline at the bottom, and you can zoom in and zoom out to enlarge or reduce the timeline, so you can find the time you want easily. Once you click on the camera, you will return to the live, and at the bottom there is a button to watch the live view, and also a button for the gallery, so that you can view the pictures and videos from the path where the pictures and recordings were saved. After that, there is a button for the PTZ control panel, which means, as I told you, pan, tilt, zoom, and through it you can move, tilt, zoom in, zoom out, and also flip the image to be able to see all angles. You also have a button to flip the images, so that you can modify the images you want according to the camera installation on the wall. And also a button to stop the image and video from displaying. After that, if you have more than one camera, you can display them with you by clicking on the divisions at the bottom, where you can display more than one camera at the same time. This is in the event that you have a large number of cameras, and you can add more than one camera through the mobile application and control them all through the application. You can also make a full screen for the camera to display the image in a different size. You can also increase or decrease the volume level through the volume control button. And if you right-click on the live display, a menu will appear through which you can take pictures and save them in the specified path for saving pictures. And you can also start recording from the live, and the recorded video clip is also saved in the path designated for saving video clips. I think that there are other channels that have explained the same camera and the same model in a much better way than me. Sorry, I made the video according to the capabilities available to me. Please excuse me in case of error or forgetting any other information, and I will make other quick videos explaining all the features of the camera separately. Thank you for watching. I hope that the video is useful to you. I also hope to subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.